Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Bryony and I'm one half of the Indecisive Readers. Today I'm here filming at the beach, so I apologise if the lighting keeps changing and also if people keep screaming in the background, because apparently I've decided to sit on a beach next to probably drunk people, even though we're in the middle of lockdown. But anyway, before I start this video I would like to address everything that's going on in the world. I am not posting this video to ignore the Black Lives Matter protests. I am going to include in my description a lot of links to petitions you can sign, books you should read, books you could buy and support, and also in this video I'm going to include a lot of books by Black authors I have recently discovered. If they are by a Black author or include some rep, I will let you know as far as I know. So today's video is my anticipated reads for the second half of 2020. Oh my god, we're like in June, and I say the second half but they only go up to like midway through October, so I'm sure that there are more books but I just can't think of them off the top of my head, and I already have enough and I kind of needed a stopping point at some point. So let's just get in and discuss some books. So the first book I have on my TBR is Cinderella is Dead by Kalynn Bayron. This comes out on the 7th of July. 200 years after Cinderella found her prince, girls are required to appear at the annual ball. Men choose their wives there, and if not chosen, the girls are never heard of again. Sophia would rather marry her childhood best friend, however, so escapes the ball and finds herself in Cinderella's mausoleum with another who claims to be Cinderella's last descendant. I believe this has LGBT rep. This is definitely by a Black author and it just sounds so much fun. It's like a fairy tale retelling but with a really interesting concept and some characters that sound amazing, and I just have only heard good things about it, and also the cover just looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to reading it when it comes out. The next book on my TBR is A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This comes out on the 9th of July and I've actually pre-ordered it from Fairy Loot, which I very rarely do, but the cover just looks amazing and it's a special like edition with dark green edges, and it just looks so good and I'm really excited to have pre-ordered it. For Malik, the Solstasia Festival is a chance to start afresh in Ziran with his sisters, but when his younger sister is abducted, he's told the only way to get her back is to kill Karina, Princess of Ziran. However, Karina has her own plans. Resurrect her recently assassinated mother. For that she needs the beating heart of a king, which she will get by marrying the winner of the festival. Now, Malik plans to go to the festival to kill her, and she plans to marry whoever wins that festival. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a romance, and probably a straight romance, but a romance all the same. It sounds like it should be really fun. Like I said, the cover looks amazing. I haven't heard like many things about it, but since it has been mentioned I have seen it around a lot, and yeah, like I said, I've pre-ordered it, so I hope it's going to be amazing. Again, this is by a Black author. The next one on my list comes out on the 4th of August and it's The Dark Tide by Alicia Jasinska. I'm not actually going to talk about this because it was in my first half anticipated read, so I don't know if the release date has been pushed back or if I was looking at the American one or what, but it has LGBT plus themes. It's about a queen and it's got some kind of folklore-y dark elements, and it sounds so good. The next on my list is Raybearer by Jordan Ifueko and it comes out on the 18th of August. Tracy has always longed for a family, having been raised by an absent mother called the Lady. The Lady sends her to the capital of Arisa to compete to be one of the Crown Prince's Council of 11, which has the bond that Tracy has always dreamed of. But the Lady also wants her to kill the Crown Prince once she has won his trust. Again, I assume a bit of a romance, but the cover looks amazing. It looks really magical and whimsical and rich. It doesn't look whimsical, it looks rich and so good. Again, it's by a Black author and I've discovered a lot of Black authors in the last kind of couple of weeks, and I just think it's, whilst everything that's going on has been horrible, it's given me an amazing opportunity to discover all these new books, and I just love the sound of so many of them, and that's mostly what this video is going to be about, me just saying I'm really excited to read these books. The next on this list is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This comes out on the 15th of September. Apparently don't have any for August. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree goes to a residential school for bright students and then witnesses a magical demon attack on the first night there. She also finds a magical society called Legendborn who hunt the creatures down, and a mage called Merlin who fails to wipe her memory of the event, in fact revealing there's more to her mother's death than the police report says. I saw the cover of this, thought it had already come out and thought it sounded great, and then I realised it was a Merlin and Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table retelling, and it just really raised my interest. I think it sounds extra good, and to have a black retelling of a typically white, typically English story, I think is going to be good. Sounds so good, sounds magical and sounds like fun, and I don't know what else to say. Then we have 6 Angry Girls by Adrienne Kisner, which comes out on the 21st of September. Raina is crushing senior year until her boyfriend dumps her, drama club dumps her, and her dream college slips away. Millie's not doing much better, with a controlling father who uses her as a slave, and then the mock team kicks her out. But then the two unexpectedly meet and band together with other angry girls to make a rival team. I think this sounds like a really fun book because you get a lot of feminist books, and I love feminist books with feminist friends, but I think this is going to be slightly older, so where other ones I've read are kind of young adult, I feel like this is more like that kind of new adult bit where they're about to go to college or to university, and I think that would be quite fun because I feel like that transition is quite difficult for people anyway, and so to kind of stick feminism and everything going wrong on top of it, I think it's just going to make it extra fun. And also the cover looks great. I think it's got some plus size characters, it's got some disabled characters, and it's got a range of characters, and I feel like that's just always important to see. Then we have Miss Meteor by Taylor K. Magia and Anna Marie McLemore. This comes out on the 22nd of September. No one who looks like Lita Perez or Chicky Quintanilla. No one who looks like Lita Perez or Chicky Quintanilla. It's like vanilla. Why are you struggling? Quintanilla. Has ever won Miss Meteor before, but they're determined this year will be the year things change. So the synopsis didn't give a lot away, but I think it includes space people, so I think maybe Lita and Chicky are from space and maybe they're like aliens, or maybe they just don't look typically beautiful and they're going to win this beauty pageant. This isn't my usual kind of pickup, but I also haven't read anything by either author, but I feel like I'd like the stuff by both authors and would therefore like a book by both of them, and it just sounds like fun, and again, like not a feminist, well, probably a feminist read, but kind of discussing beauty standards, and it should be good. Next on my list is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This comes out on the 29th of September. In this magical school, the only way to leave is to graduate. Earl Higgins is prepared to face the school's many dangers with a power that may also wipe out the other students. That's a very brief summary, but I think it's like the book by She Who Must Not Be Named that we need to replace, but I think this is more kind of adult and more dark, and it just sounds really good. I'm pretty sure when I first saw about it, it was like Harry Potter but Hermione at the centre and older, and they are really loud secrets. And if so, that just sounds amazing and magical and like so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I think some of these are on NetGalley, and so I really want to get my rating up so I can request some of them, because a lot of them I'm really looking forward to. I mean, obviously they're on my anticipated reads, I obviously want to read them, but a lot of them I'm like really excited to read, and I'm cheap and I don't have money to spend on books. Then we have Pandora's Jar by Natalie Haynes, which comes out on the 1st of October. I haven't written a summary about this, but I basically think it's a retelling of Pandora's box, but not Pandora's box. I think the jar came first, so I think it's a feminist retelling and allowing her to have a voice, because that's what Natalie Haynes has done in the past. I've really enjoyed her other works, and so I'm looking forward to reading this one too. I say that as if I've read... never mind. Then we have Once and Future Witches by Alix E. Harrow. This comes out on the 15th of October. Set in 1893, there's no longer such a thing as witches, but then the Eastwood sisters join the suffragists of New Salem and pursue new ways that may turn the women's movement into a witches movement. So, witches in the past sounds great. I read the 10,000 Doors of January by Alix E. Harrow last year when I got a copy through NetGalley, and really enjoyed it. It was kind of magical in that whimsical way where it's just like a bit weird but really fun. And I think adding witches into the equation is only going to make it more amazing, and I'm just really excited to read it again. I think it's on NetGalley and we'll be requesting a copy for sure. The final one I've got is also on the 15th of October, so like I said, I'm sure there are many more that come out after this, and maybe I'll do like another one. But it is Who I Was With Her by Nita Tyndall. Corinne is certain of two things. She loves her secret girlfriend Maggie, and that she's not ready for anyone to know that she's bisexual. But then Maggie dies and Corinne has to grieve over a relationship no one knew existed. To make matters worse, the only one who understands Corinne's situation is Maggie's ex, and Corinne might be developing feelings for her. I always want to read more books with bisexual characters, especially when they're explicitly bi, because I feel like quite often characters have liked men in the past and then they like women for the point of the book if they're a woman, and it kind of erases their bisexual identity, and I think that's such a shame. And so to see a character who is like explicitly bi on the back, I think is just really incredible, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I think it will be an interesting discussion about grief and relationships and kind of the pressures that society puts on us to like fit into a box, and so yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading those. If I have missed any off this list that you think I'd be interested in, please comment down below and let me know. Comment down below if you're interested in any of these too, or if you've discovered some new ones through this video. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!